Welcome to the Terror Dome, where you come to stay.
The same way that the Akasi is famous for being a high-end and prestigious area to live or even to visit. The polar opposite of this is at the bottom right of the map of the city of Davenport. Here the people are placed. They're based on certain criteria that deems them unfit to live above the mid-region of the map. Some people have even been ousted from their cushy homes in the AC because enough of their neighbors deemed them unfit to live there. And on the next pay period, when they were leaving their home to settle the bill, they were arrested and offered two options. Option one is to remain within their prison system, which is not exactly a prison. Rather, it is a workhouse factory for free labor to fund the failing economy. Or option two, to surrender the rights to your home. Allow for a tracer to be placed in your skin as a small tattoo resembling a tiny black dot, and be gifted a small apartment in their designated areas, remaining free. Although one would think that people would fight this, the people from AK tend to spend their money to defend themselves. As a result, they depleted their funds and their friends have now abandoned them and left them to fend for themselves. In fact, some of them were even in cahoots with the neighbors and politicians to have them removed from their homes, and they were given a piece of their properties as soon as things were settled once they signed the agreement to forfeit their property and rights. So where did they place these people? This place was infamously known as the Terror Dome. The Davenport projects is in the direct middle of the undesired area, and it was built in the early 2000s, shortly after our hero character BK was born. His parents were residents of the Davenport project when they first arrived in the country, and they made friends with a group of people that took option 2. They told stories of good people who were still living there in the ACE and knew that they were innocent but did not speak up on their behalf out of fear. To try to make things right, they would lend a hand to people who took option 2, commonly called O2 or oxygens, by giving them food supplies, slightly better paying job opportunities, and other goods under the
political land of Twin Rivers targeted by Sandalov.
Next to Davenport projects is an area called Twin Rivers. Here there is a clear path that shows what was once a bridge that allowed for travel back and forth from Twin Rivers to the. This was taken down due to the hard work of a controversial political figure with a powerful family, a history in law, and a shining reputation within the hierarchy of the AK. His name is Timothy Sandalov Jr., the only son of Sophia Alderman and Tim Sandalov, sir. His father, Tim Sandalov, sir, was a top-tier lawyer who personally went out of his way to work on the behalf of anyone facing legal issues of any kind living within Ashwood or Cedarville free of charge. From time to time, he even took the cases that his colleagues used to hysterically laugh at and deem impossible in groups. As a result of his generosity, his family was treated with warmth and respect everywhere they went. Even in the terror, this made his son Tim Jr. a shoo-in for politics, and he skated through schooling, modeling his life after his father. His mother, Sophia Alderman, was a stay-at-home mother who cared for all aspects of the home and taught her children to meditate and pray often. This seems to be a small part of Tim's story, but it is vital to the decisions he makes in the future. On one hand, Tim has his great moral upbringing and set of standards that many would find morally sound. On the other hand, Tim has a friend that he grew up with and later hired to work as his assistant, or in other words, a glorified bodyguard. His name is Titus Goshen and was known infamously in the street by the name Titan, the role of assistant. Bodyguard was given to him because of his hard exterior and lifelong loyalty to his friend Tim.